Video, dude. Do it.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to start this thing here. Just a second. Here's our welcome. Music intro. Welcome to the Tweeting Warrior videocast with Hutchings and J, Cobb. We're videocasting live on YouTube today from 2 p.m. to about 3:30 p.m. Pacific. We're going to have a great time today. If you're watching this, please share a link with your friends. Cobb's back this week. How you doing, Cobb?
Great to be live on YouTube with the TMV, Brad. Hey, everyone out there in Warriorland. Welcome to the Tweeting Warrior videocast, home of the premier source of sports fan fiction.
Here's how to interact with us live. To tweet our show, hashtag TheTMV. Call into the show with the GoToMeeting app for your phone, tablet, Mac, or PC. Our meeting ID is 478-054-341.
So, hashtag your tweets, TheTMV. GoToMeeting ID 478-054-341.
We're making a small change to the videocast and podcast today, Cobb. Would you like to explain it?
Yes, we'll be using the live videocast to record our podcast. If Brad screws a segment up, we might stop and redo it. We might take a couple short breaks to regroup. If you're watching live, think of yourselves as being in our live studio audience. And please call and tweet the show.
Cobb, you're going to kill me, dude. We're going to redo that intro, and the reason is because I forgot to record. Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. We're going to try this again in just a minute here. Alright, just a second here, dude. Oh, come on, guys!
Oh. 2 guys and 7 dogs.
We got... Alright, just a second here. We're going to start this again, guys. Just a minute. And I need to set the recording to QuickTime.
Do I need to record on my end?
No, you don't need to record on your... I just want to have a good recording on my end. Wish the damn dogs would be quiet, though. Alright, I'm going to start recording, and we're going to play the music again. We got 2 viewers now. Good. Here we go. Welcome to the Tweeting Warrior videocast with Hutchings and J, Cobb. Whoa, hold on a minute. We're not getting music. We're not getting the music.
I got music.
This isn't getting it. Just a second. This is horrible, dude. This is not working. Why not?
Music.
Just a second, dude. This is bad. This is just freaking bad. Shoot. Shoot. Just a second, guys. I'm not liking this. Not a bit. Oh, you know what? I know what. Okay, wait a minute here. I have to...
Chicken butt?
Yeah, I know what the problem is. Darn it. Let's try this. Let me do just a quick bump here. Alright, you know what? That's gonna work. We're going to start again. You ready?
Ready.
Here we go. Welcome to the Tweeting Warrior videocast with Hutchings and J, Cobb. We're videocasting live on YouTube today from 2 p.m. to about 3 p.m. Pacific. We're going to have a great time today. If you're watching this, please share a link with your friends. Cobb is back this week. How you doing, Cobb?
Great to be live on YouTube with the TMV, Brad. Hey, everyone out there in Warriorland. Welcome to the Tweeting Warrior videocast, home of the premier source of sports fan fiction.
Here's how to interact with us live. To tweet our show, hashtag TheTMV. Call into the show with the GoToMeeting app for your phone, tablet, Mac, or PC. Our meeting ID is 478-054-341.
So, hashtag your tweets, the TMV. GoToMeeting ID is 478-054-341.
We're making a small change to the videocast and podcast today, Cobb. Would you like to explain it?
Yes, we'll be using the live videocast to record our podcast. If Brad screws up a segment, we might stop and redo it. We might take a couple short breaks to regroup. If you're watching live, think of yourself as being in the live studio audience. And please, call and tweet the show.
We will publish a finished, edited audio podcast to Libsyn, iTunes, and YogurtEater.com Sunday evening, so everyone can listen at their leisure during the week.
Good plan, Brad. Ready to get this thing? Ready to do this thing?
Sure, let's go.
Let's go. All right.
Winners of the Week is up next. Here's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to lock this in. I'm then supposed to share my screen. And I'm supposed to pick a window to share my screen. Oh, come on.
You're gonna share a screen for winners?
Yeah, I was gonna do. This is lame, man.
This
is lame.
Man.
This don't work, dude.
This is Les Miserables, man.
This is totally miserable.
Les Miserables, man.
I don't even know what's going on with this. I wanted to share a picture, and now I can't share.
You can just show me talking.
You know what? I give up. We're not going to do that. That's lame. That's lame. So no pictures. I had great pictures too. What a shame.
Boo. Boo.
Boo.
You can't share a screen?
You know what? I can't share. I thought I could share pictures. I had really great graphics for these segments.
Oh, specific screen?
Yeah, I had great graphics for these segments. But you know what we're going to do? We're just going to skip that. We'll try that another week, and it's going to be your turn.
Winners of the Week.
Monday was Let's Talk Super Bowl Smack. And Sil Jones brought it like the Seahawks to win his first Twitter hat trick title. Follow him on Twitter at Safari Sly. And maybe he can tell you why his Twitter handle says Sly, but his Twitter name says Sil. I know why. It's because it's a family affair. It's a family affair. Sil Jones, you are a hat trick winner. Tuesday's winner was Alex Hernandez, his fourth. Does anyone know why Alex gets a separated message from 12 every morning? I'm always grouped together with you knuckleheads, but Alex always gets a solo morning shout out. What's up with that? Anyway, follow Alex on Twitter at Salajandro. Alex, you are a hat trick winner. It's funny how can just show up and win. I wish I could do that. On Wednesday, they got their third win in the last 4 weeks for their 12th. I got 3 words to describe Georgie and Johnny. Talented. Follow them on Twitter at FunnyHow. Jorge and Johnny, you are hat trick winners. After a self-imposed Twitter break, Bookem Dano came back stronger than ever to win his 4th Twitter hat trick crown. Follow him on Twitter at Bookem Dano. You are a hat trick winner. Now, before we get to Friday's winner, I would just like to send out a congratulations to J Moore Sports News Update anchor and one-time TMV contributor Dan Byer on his dash of Sash Best Sidekick in Sports Radio. We all here at Moorland and on the TMV just wanted to let you know you're the best. Well deserved, my man. We are all so proud of you and privileged we could help. Now, back to Friday's Twitter Hat Trick Contest winner. Hey, Maddie said it was a new guy, but it was actually Jay Gray, picking up his 4th title. He won it under the handle Ninja Warrior. Jameis Winston pitching off the mound in a Seminoles baseball jersey should have been a dead giveaway. Dead giveaway! Follow Mr. Gray on Twitter at JGray73 and Dystopia MC. Jay, you are a hat trick winner.
Mute yourself, Cobb. I'm going to do my take.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Brad's take.
A couple things I want to talk about today. First is National Signing Day. The predominant sports talk view seems to be that it's 40-year-old men obsessing over 17 and 18-year-old boys, referring, of course, to internet junkies like me, working with ESPNU on the screen and tweeting taunts to their friends who support rival schools. This pretty much misses the entire point that National Signing Day is all about 30 and 40 and 50 and sometimes 60-year-old men obsessing over 17 and 18-year-old boys. These men are called coaches, and they are charged with evaluating high school talent and then convincing this talent to attend the school represented by the coach. They are limited in the number of student athletes they can have on scholarship and how to evaluate these kids when they are neither physically, intellectually, or emotionally mature. There's a whole industry around evaluating these prospects, and a rather arbitrary scoring system upon which coaching staffs and up-and-coming coaches are judged. There are commitments, decommitments, scholarship offers, rescinded offers, players who follow through with commitments, players who don't make any commitments, players who make dramatic signing announcements, parents who refuse to sign on, and it seems new variations of personal games each year. While lots of credit and blame is being dished out to the coaches in the aftermath, the reality is that the programs really sell themselves. USC is USC, and UCLA is USC's little brother of questionable parentage. Alabama is Alabama. While the top prospects generally go to the top schools, remember that there is a lot of room for good players to develop into great college players over 4 or 5 years. Clay Matthews III was a walk-on at USC. Second item, the Olympics. The only thing more embarrassing for Russia than people watching this disaster unfold is that people just don't care and don't watch. Sochi 2014 is the pinnacle of the evil triumvirate of state, commercial, and media power. First, we have Russian security watching people shower and pair dump via ceiling cameras. Then we have corporate interests preventing people from displaying competing logos. Finally, some sanctimonious old fart with pink eye gets to politicize the most trivial of things on tape delay, and we don't get to fast forward over them. The best way to protest the bastardization of the Olympics is just not watch. I eagerly await the return of Revolution on NBC in a few weeks. What do you think of that, Cobb? You have to unmute yourself to tell me. You gotta unmute yourself, Cobb. Cobb!
Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
Cobb!
I
Forgot what I said there. I've never seen Revolution. Is it any good?
It's a good show. It's like when the power goes out, and then it's basically like our podcast every week. It's like something bad happens, and then they have to. Right? You get it? That's the greatness.
But when the
of that
power
show.
goes out, I still have my phone. Like I still have like 58% battery life on my phone, and until I get to my car.
Right. In Revolution World, they don't, unfortunately.
They don't have any of that. They don't have iPhones
They don't have
and
any.
Androids.
How about my signing day thing, dude?
I like your signing day thing a lot. There's been because signing day was this week. I was looking at a lot of interesting lists online, like Inside ESPN and Insider, whatever it's called, and they'll have these lists, and it's like, where are they now? Lists from like 2010, 2008, 2011. It's like guys who should have been through college, guys who should have been stars playing football, guys who should be in the NFL playing for championships and in Super Bowls. And you look at you look at these lists from 5 or 6 years ago, and the top 10 or 15 names are unrecognizable. Yep. They're guys that went to Florida, they went to Auburn, they went to Old Mississippi, they went to random SEC school in the SEC, and these are guys that we should all know. They should be household names, and yet they're not. And it just goes to your point. It's an arbitrary system. It's basically somebody's gut feeling. They have these numbers and they have these potential, and they go off size and weight and speed. But
you forgot the other measure is stars. Stars. 5 stars greater than 4 stars.
Is he a 5-star? Is he a blue chip?
Is it 5-star blue chip? 3-star? 1 star?
We got a 4-star blue chipper coming in to play the defensive tackle. I think he's gonna play his first year. Tell him about it, JoJo.
Pretty much.
Needless to say, Coach O is a great recruiter. He got guys that became household names. And my point, I want one point about Clay Matthews III. He might have been a walk-on.
He was a 4-star walk-on.
He was a legacy. He wasn't going to go. He wasn't going to go to any other school. So to call him a walk-on is technically, yes, he was a walk-on. But
well, no, he truly was a walk-on at USC. He was not recruited.
Yeah, but when did he get his scholarship? He was only non-scholarship 1 year. I'm sure he got a scholarship for the three or 4 years left.
Right, but those 3 stars who came in were on scholarship from the day they walked on. The day they walked on campus. So
yes, he didn't need to waste the scholarship on him. Those, they knew he was a legacy. He was coming in. He was going to get his scholarship eventually. A lot of top programs will do that when they have legacy guys. I know guys. Really Miami's done it with 2 guys that I can think of off the top of my head. So
I'd have to go research that. I don't think Clay Matthews was real. I mean, other than he certainly had family ties to the university, but I don't think he was very, very small. And in fact, he was very, very small coming out of USC too for the position that he plays.
Well, he was small because they projected him to be a lineman because everybody in his family were linemen. And he ended up being a linebacker.
He was small for a defensive end, though. He's very small for a defensive end.
Well, he's a linebacker.
Yeah, he's basically more of a defensive. I mean, more of an outside linebacker than an inside linebacker. He shouldn't be playing at 235.
Yeah.
He might have weighed $2.05 in college. All that aside. Yeah, I think I did a great take there, and I appreciate.
Pat yourself in the back, but don't hurt yourself.
I think I will. All right, we're going to go on to calls, tweets, and topics. All right.
Calls, tweets, and topics.
Your calls, your tweets, our topics.
Oh, I'm supposed to say something, huh?
I don't know.
Here's how to interact with us live. To tweet our show, hashtag TheTMV. Call into the show with GoToMeeting app for your phone, tablet, Mac, or PC. Our meeting ID is 478-054-341. Doesn't look like we've got any callers online right now. Go ahead, Cobb. You can.
So, hashtag your tweets, TheTMV. GoToMeeting ID is 478-054-341.
First up today, we have some tweets from prior weeks sent to us by Jake from Peoria. I have a special sound drop for him.
Jake from Peoria asks the TMV.
So on January 17th, and I've been taking note of this, I just haven't been able to incorporate him into past shows because it's just been very hectic. But this time I had a little time, so we're going to incorporate him right now. Jake from Peoria asked us at the TMV, so what is this? Do I tweet questions and you answer on YouTube? Yeah, pretty much. Jake tweeted, the TMV, if so, I have many questions about life that I need to be answered. Well, we have lots of time, Jake. Jake tweets, was Chris Christie put on earth to taunt the righteous? You take that one, Cobb.
Was Chris Christie put on earth to what?
Taunt the righteous.
Sure.
Sure. Jake asks, can I ask you questions I would normally ask a doctor? What are your qualifications for this podcast? Well, basically, okay, my qualifications are I managed to put this together and I'm getting audio out. That's basically it. Cobb's qualifications. What are your qualifications, Cobb?
It was my idea.
Okay, that's good qualifications. That's excellent qualifications.
I don't know.
Jake asks, and he also added Chim Rituals besides the TMV. Why is Dunkin' Donuts coffee so bad? First, it tastes like soap. Second, you have to get it in the bathroom dispensers. What's up with that? Cobb, we're not full of answers today.
No, am I supposed to read this here?
No, I'm just. You're supposed to read the next part. Yeah, I think so.
Oh. I mean, yeah, but Jake didn't stop here.
No.
Topics for next week. Why does the Pope ooze sexuality? Are Sam Bradford's googly cross eyes an unfair competitive advantage?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Next question.
I think he has an unfair competitive advantage because he doesn't really play very well. And
he has no advantage. He's not terribly competitive.
His crossed eyes don't keep him from getting injured. So
no.
Sorry, Rams fans. When did Daniel Tosh become a rapper, and what is a Macklemore? I'll take that one.
Please do, because I don't know. I mean, I know Tosh. I didn't know he's a rapper. I thought he was a football coach at USC, then Alabama. But anyway.
No, Peter Tosh was a reggae artist. He was actually a whaler, and he was shot in his own home trying to protect his house with a gun, and he got shot first.
And that's Daniel's dad?
Daniel Tosh, no, unrelated. Daniel Tosh is a comedian. He's the host of Tosh.0, and he's not a rapper. And if he tried, I'm sure it'd be really funny for like 3 seconds and then really terrible for the next 18 seconds, much the way Macklemore raps. And that isn't what a Macklemore is. It's a rapper who's funny, who's for like 10 seconds and then not the rest.
Yeah, next question.
Oh, next question?
Yeah.
If a Roomba keeps trying to vacuum up my grandpa, does that mean he's about to become dust? Is that a Caruso?
Well, Jay, I don't know. That's a good question, though.
Is my question better than his question, or is his question a good question?
Well, your question's pretty good, too, but his question was a good question. I don't know the answer to it. You got one more there.
What percentage of the world was born due to their parents being sexually aroused by Pee Wee Herman?
Okay, Cobb, I know that TJ and I have discussed where we think we might have been conceived. Have you addressed this yet?
No, I don't think so. Probably a cornfield.
At Concordia University?
I don't have confirmation on that.
Not at Concordia University?
Wait, Brad, this just in? Yes, Concordia College.
Concordia College.
Concordia College, home of the Cobbers.
The Cobbers. Now that we've caught up this week, Jake asks us, is it okay to answer your phone during sex if you say, I can't talk now, I'm going into a tunnel? You know what, I think it's perfectly okay to answer your phone. Yeah, anytime you're engaged in whatever, just because if the other person on the other end hears it, maybe they won't call you at that god-awful hour again. So it's just a very, very quick lesson of when not to reach you. So I think that's a good time. Obviously, a good time.
We can have sex at any hour.
Well, sure, but people shouldn't call you then. They should know.
Yeah.
People just shouldn't call you anyway. They should just text you. Text, and then if you need to escalate to a call, then you can escalate to the call.
I like to email before I text, and then call.
That's always a good idea. And you could also you tweet before you email. Maybe send a direct message.
Right, and then but if I get a reply email, then I just text. Then I just skip the text and call right away. But if I don't get a reply email, then that's when I go to text, and then that's when I call after that.
When do you use somebody's home number? Home numbers can't generally, landline numbers don't generally receive texts. So when do you call them on their home number?
If you know the person's age, and if you know they're over the age of like 65, then it's okay to use the home line.
Right, or an emergency. You think an emergency is okay for a home line?
Home line is great for an emergency if you have to call out. Like if you don't want to call in for an emergency because then it might be hard to find somebody. In an emergency, you want to get to somebody right away. Then you call their mobile phone. But if you have an emergency, and I'm speaking as an emergency medical technician, as a healthcare professional, when you have an emergency inside your place of residence or in your office or where there's a landline available, you want to call using that landline from the premises you're at. Because it's easier for the emergency dispatch, for 911 dispatch, to locate you. They don't have to use like cell phone towers. They can pinpoint your location just due to your landline. Because they don't even though it's 2014, 911 dispatchers they still don't have the equipment available to pinpoint locations due to your cell phone location. That still doesn't exist. That's still too much like Big Brother looking down.
Right.
On us. People still somewhat resistant to that technology.
I'd be very resistant to that technology.
911 dispatchers generally sleep through their shift anyway, so they don't really care where you're located. They just want to.
Right. Would you ever call one of them on Google Hangouts if that was all that was available to you? That would confuse the hell out of them.
Yeah, I could do that, and then they could see that my face was blue and I was choking on my dinner, and then they would be like, "Oh, we know where he is." And we know what room he's in, and we could see the color of his face. We know that he's like cyanotic, and then maybe we should go and send somebody to the Heimlich. Because Brad on the other side of Google Hangouts is too far away in Irvine. Maybe we could get somebody closer, maybe someone at Dodger Stadium who can come over and rescue Cobb and give him the Heimlich.
Right. Right. That's smart, man. That's smart. You know what? We had Sparky was on our GoToMeeting earlier, but he's jumped off. I wonder if he just got frustrated with it beeping and us not taking his call or something. Could very well be. Who knows?
Brad, how was your? Since I wasn't really here last week, and I pre-recorded my.
And basically, you didn't listen. Got it.
I did listen. I was on GoToMeeting, and I listened to the.
That's right. You were there.
To the Sloan interview with you and Virginia Gamecock, and I listened to all the J Moore Sports Dirk TV shoutouts.
Yes.
But I wanted to know how your Super Bowl went. What did you eat? Like, how much of the game did you watch? What was your favorite commercial? Yada yada yada.
I'd say I caught most of the game. Favorite commercial? It had to be the one with Sarah McLachlan with that dog, that Dober, the Doberanian or whatever. The Doberanian.
No,
I thought it was a Doberanian.
Yeah. Doberanian, you're right. Yeah.
It was a Doberanian. Yeah, I thought that was very, very funny of her. And it was also very funny how she did have to say who she was because nobody would have known who she was. And it wouldn't have been funny if she didn't say who she was on two levels because number one, we wouldn't know who she was, and number two, it's funny because she has to tell us who she is.
Right.
So that was very, very well done.
What did you eat?
There was an Audi commercial too. What was the Audi commercial that I thought was so good?
Oh wait,
I'm totally drawing a blank.
I don't remember the Audi commercial. I remember the Kia commercial with Morpheus from The Matrix.
Nah,
that's
it was
the one I remember. What was the Audi commercial?
I don't know, but it was a shock that it was for Audi. That's all I know. I was just like, "What? Audi did that? What? Huh?" But it was.
Do you remember what it was? Was it like was it funny? Was it was there a comedian in it, actor, or was it like special effects driven? Was it like a unicorn kitty or something in it? I don't.
This is ancient history to me right now. I just remember
That's
Audi.
True.
So
it was good. You know, that's good brand management on their part. If they can get you to remember that there was an Audi commercial and that Audi is stuck in your brain, it doesn't really matter what the product was or that you even remember what happened, just as long as you remember Audi.
Exactly.
It's like they must have had some Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola brains behind that advertisement or something.
Yep.
What did you eat?
Chips.
Okay.
Dip. A lot of cut meat, little cut cheese. I mean, not like cut cheese, but like
cutting the cheese.
Sliced cheese. Cut cheese. Really good at cut
I'm sure you
cheese.
cut the cheese too.
Yeah. A lot of sliced meat. Sliced meat was good. Hot dogs. I ate a lot. I felt really pretty. Yeah. It was one of those sleep sitting up nights. But I was ready to do the podcast the next day, and I thought the halftime was incredible. I thought that was the best halftime I'd ever seen. All apologies to Blue Dini. That was the best halftime I've ever seen, and that was the biggest beatdown I'd ever seen too. That was quite the beatdown. And it was good to watch because it's any SC fan is a Pete Carroll fan, and it was cool to see Malcolm Smith get his Super Bowl MVP. And yeah, that was a nice day. You know what? We're gonna end this right now. We're gonna go to Tweet Grab Bag where I can talk for 8 minutes.
Tweet Grab Bag.
Tweet Grab Bag.
Monday, brought to you by Boaz. Topic: Super Bowl beatdown. Cease Beaston tweets: Super Bowl in one word, bludgeoning. Topic: Seattle, best defensive Super Bowl ever? Brandon Smith tweets: No, Jay, Seattle doesn't have the best defense. Signed, The Real Hey Maddie, working Twitter. Topic: Joe Namath jacket. Trevante Jaramillo tweets: PETA? What about Paul and Mary or whatever? Chippa. Topic: Diamond Dan Beyer with the German media. David Steinmetz tweets: Ich bin ein Chimichanga. Signed, German Mexican media. J. Cobb tweets: Investigate the THTC. The THTC is an inside job. Signed, Interrupting Fake Press Credentialed Unfunny Tweeters. Tuesday, brought to you by 12. Topic: Super Bowl in Seattle Parade. Adrian Sherman tweets: I tried to Google Doug Baldwin, and all I got was, did you meet Alec? Rockin' Ramos tweets: Don't worry, Peyton. Even if duck season is over, there's always rabbit season. Signed, Elma Fudd. Etchitman tweets: Seattle sick note for child. Dear teacher, Johnny has woot woot disease today. Neil Klug tweets: All Seattle principals, who's excusing you? college basketball. James Harrison tweets, Syracuse is our favorite team because they play in the Carrier Dome. Signed, Mailman. Hashtag National Thank a Mailman Day. Tim O'Halloran tweets, Jay, when it comes to recruiting for the Aztecs, Coach Steve appears to be a fisher of young men. Yeah! Cheech tweets, Coach, just tell recruits that San Diego is German for whale's vagina. Signed, Ron Burgundy. After Hours Topics. Welcome back, Cotter. Mike in Vegas tweeted who he thought each member of the J Moore Sports crew would be if they were all in Welcome Back Cotter. So Jay would be Mr. Cotter, Vito would be Washington, Maddie would be Barbarino, Tui would be Horseshack, Ramos would be Epstein, Dan Byer, Mr. Woodman. Wednesday, brought to you by Boaz. Topic, Super Bowl Parade. Cheech tweets, I've got 2 crickets and mini rice. Ed Reed making dinner. Travanti Jaramillo tweets, any truth to the rumor that Banda's move to keep kids from the parade is known as the Buyer Initiative? Dave Steinmetz tweets, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Signed, nephew trying to get his aunt out of math class. Topic, Top 5 at 5 from China, Maine. So JJ asked if there was a Maine, China. Spappleding tweets, it's in South China, Low Maine. Actually, I think the shot JJ might have been trying to set up here was mainland China. Heyo! Topic, first date spending. Rockin' Ramos tweets, hey, these dates aren't very cheap at all. Signed, John Ramos at the store looking for more weird things to snack on. Thursday, brought to you by 12. Topic, Sochi. DJ Carlisle tweets, nowhere to use the bathroom in Sochi? Tony Siragusa could make a killing over there. Cheech tweets, well, Jay, it appears Putin was Russian to put his Olympics together. Yeah! Postman Steve tweets, well, Jay, I guess you can say Vladimir's Putin on about Olympics. Yeah! Dave Homan tweets, hold on, Russia doesn't have indoor plumbing, but they have nuclear warheads? So it's Alabama. Menace to Society tweets, when I go to the casino now, I know why I see so many Russians at the craps tables. Joe Piersma tweets, to be fair, Americans call poop 2 translates roughly into Americans poop in twos. I don't even get that tweet. Alex Hernandez tweets, sorry, hit the wrong button. Signed, Ramos to Russian police after flushing. Topic, Seattle Parade. John Hernandez tweets, Seattle forecast called for a sunny day, but for some reason there was a huge cloud over the parade site. Hashtag puff. John Schneider tweets, no arrests at Seahawks Parade as the crowd was too busy eating Skittles. Friday, brought to you by J. Cobb. Topic, Chair Shochi or Sochi Noble or Fuku Sochi or 3 Mile Sochi or Sochi Tannic, whatevs. Justin O tweets, every time I hit the bowl for a deuce, I flush once for me and once for Team USA. Represent. Hashtag Sochi Problems. Tyler and Ronnie tweet, Pillow Shard of Darkness, Bob Costas' journey upriver in Sochi, coming to Showtime this spring. Beast tweets, if you get pink eye, I feel bad for you, son. Sochi's got 99 problems, but stray female dogs ain't one. Signed, Jay-Z. Mikey Hamanegger tweets, I'm excited for the curling events. Signed, Troy Polamalu. Yeah, well, look, the dude has got good hair. I mean, that's Troy Polamalu. Great hair. Great hitter, great hair. Dean Montgomery tweets, everybody calm down. Costas has no Putin pillow. He's just got a little dash of sash in his eye. Good fake sponsor tweet, Dean. Excellent there. Steve tweets, well, Jay, I guess you could say this little case of pink eye almost cost us an announcer. Yeah! Topic, Wichita State basketball coach Greg Marshall called in. Joe Nathan Reynolds tweets, well, Jay, I guess you could say LaSalle players not knowing where Wichita is a shocker. Yeah! Well, it seems we have calls, tweets, and topics from one monk next to me here.
Your calls, your tweets, our topics.
Cobb, we got some more topics there. What do you want to run down?
Run a rundown? We guys want to do some topics or some tweets? I got a couple tweets here.
Oh, you got tweets. Read some tweets. Read some tweets while I take care of this dog, okay?
Bo's Trilliums tweets, 4 and 5 star guys? Shoot, I'm easily a 25-star guy. Signed, Orion, the Hunter. That's awesome. That's a great live tweet from Mr. Boaz. And we just read a bunch of his tweets that he picked out for the TGB, also known as the Twitter grab bag. Good job, Boaz, and good job, 12. I got another tweet from Boaz Trilliums. Some people call me old-fashioned, but I think I'm just a terrible dresser. Hashtag the TMV. And Tim O'Halloran tweets, for a minute, it sounded like Brad Hutchings was going to go all David Banner up in there. Hashtag anger. Hashtag you don't want to see me when I'm angry.
No, you definitely don't. It did sound
incredible
pretty bad.
Hulk impression.
We did have a couple of false starts. By the way, if you guys have seen the latest Money Where Your Mouth Is false start, that's your sign. If you haven't seen it, you won't even know what I'm talking about.
Come on, Flames. That was also on Money Where Your Mouth Is.
Yeah, Cobb, what do you think about A-Rod withdrawing his lawsuit against MLB, the Players Union, and his local homeowners association?
You're going to throw the homeowners association in there, Brad?
Oh, wait, I'm throwing them under the bus, absolutely.
You should throw them under every bus you can think of today.
Those are the worst. Those are the worst people ever. HOA people. Anyway, what do you think about A-Rod with this?
About A-Rod, I don't know what to make of A-Rod. Like, if he shouldn't have. I mean, he shouldn't have. We all knew he shouldn't have even done it in the first place.
Well, he went nuclear and then called the missiles back. I mean, what?
Yeah.
What's the point? What's the point?
I mean, clearly, he's not a leader. He's never been a good leader. He's never been a leader on any of the teams he's been on, whether it was the Mariners, the Rangers, or the Yankees. And this is just evidence of what bad leaders do. You know, he might have all the talent in the world, but he doesn't have the sense of like a third grader repeating fourth grade or second grade or something. I don't know. He just has no sense. And I don't get it. I don't know. The thing is, if he was going to sue the Players Association, Major League Baseball, Bud Selig, what was his end game plan? And now that he's not suing them, I still don't know what his end game plan is. He's still not gonna play this season. Is he trying to get back in the public's good graces? Well,
I don't think it matters whether he's in the public's good graces or not. I think what it boils down to is there's $80 million left on his contract. He'd like to get the most amount of that he can, and all he really has to do is, show up when he's eligible to play and show up for practice when he's eligible to practice, and he will collect his money until they buy him out or offer him some money to leave or something like that, or trade him to some team that'll pay his contract. That's what he's really doing, is he wants to collect the cash. But it just seems weird. I mean, we knew when he sued everybody that all sorts of garbage was going to come out about him. I mean, he had to know. He can't be that dumb that they're going to play. When there's that much money on the line, the Yankees are going to play dirty too. I mean, they don't want to pay off his contract. So it just seems. It just seems strange. If you're gonna blow things up and you're gonna get blown up in the process, then you just do it and follow through with it and see where all the little particles lie when it's all done and see what you can get out of it. But it seems like he did that and then he just pulled back, which is weird.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Boaz on the line here. I hate to cut you
snap.
off. Yeah. Hey, Boaz, can I hear you, buddy? Boaz.
Is there any Boaz out there?
Is there any Boaz out there? Just nod if you can hear me.
Well, don't nod. Just speak up, because we can't hear you nodding.
Yeah, is there anyone at home?
I hear my echo. I don't hear Boaz.
I think your echo's going through GoToMeeting for some
I think
reason.
GoToMeeting has about as much integrity as Alex Rodriguez has. Hey-oh.
Let's see here. This GoToMeeting thing is not doing very good here right now.
No, we really couldn't get it going even before we got started anyway.
Let me try plugging it back in here.
I hear you. I can actually hear it when you plug it in and unplug it. I can hear it.
Isn't that beautiful? Let's try the line level. Boaz, can you hear us now?
Okay,
Videos?
can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go. Wait, actually, I have a header to play for you first. I have something to play for you.
I'm here.
I have something to play for you.
I can hear you through my computer, but I can't hear you through my headset.
Got it. Well, we have a report from a San Antonio bar, so let me play the report here.
Report from a San Antonio bar.
Tell us what's up, Boaz.
Hey, can you hear me at all through my headset?
Yes, we can hear you. Talk. Go. Yes.
Can you hear me at all yet?
Yes! Yes, we can hear you.
I can hear you through my computer, but not through GoToMeeting.
Okay, yeah, I think that's the problem, but we can hear you, for real. If you can hear you, we can hear you.
Got it. Well, we have a report from the San Antonio bar, so let me play the...
Oh, now it's some delay.
Yeah. Boaz, I'm going to have to... This is just not working very good here.
Tell us what's up, Boaz.
I think I'm getting a pretty good delay here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting a good delay here, so I'm gonna just go for it. We'll try to play it from there.
Perfect.
Okay, so the San Antonio bar scene right now is okay. San Antonio bar scene's looking good right now. As far as I can tell, I'm actually sitting in my house, like barricaded in a little room, because I'm watching my kids right now. Right, I'm gonna disconnect and try again.
Okay, you were doing great. It's all good, dude. I think we're just gonna disconnect this whole GoToMeeting thing. It was a valiant effort, but it kind of it blew up so bad, so sad.
It wasn't really playing very well with others when we tried this before the TMP during sound checks earlier. So
yeah, we had a bad
apologies to you,
day.
Boaz. We tried to give it a go.
Basically, it sucks to be you, Boaz. Really bad.
Sucks to be his liver. I mean, Boaz himself lives like a champ, but his liver pays a price, without a doubt.
Why don't you finish off your A-Rod point there, Cobb?
My point about A-Rod is I forgot. I don't even remember where I was. I just say, he has no he has no integrity. He's shown us, the public, the people who are sports fans, the people who aren't sports fans. He showed us all that he has no integrity, and it's basically further proof that we knew this A-Rod all along. This is the guy we thought he was all along. This is why no one cheers for A-Rod. This is why no one wants to see him get the home run title. They don't want to see him reach 700 home runs. They don't want to see him reach 800 home runs. It's basically what Barry Bonds turned into, but without the numbers behind it. Because once he reached those numbers, once his Giants contract was over, that was it. And people.
I hate to tell you this. I actually would like to see him reach those numbers. I'd like to see him hit home runs. I think after his injury, the real reason the Yankees aren't interested in him hadn't anything to do with the steroids or whatever else. It really has to do with after the hip surgery, he probably does not have the velocity that he can put on the bat and get those things out of the park. Because if he did, they'd be covering for him. And he doesn't, and his production's going to be down. And after the suspension, he's not going to be in great shape, and he's not going to be worth that money. And really, it's business. It has nothing to do with the steroids. That's my thought on it. But
yeah, but if it was business, why did it's?
Let me tell you, when everybody knew Barry Bonds,
yeah,
when everybody knew Barry Bonds was roided out and whatever else, every time he was up to bat, everybody flipped to ESPN to watch it. So I think that's chicks dig the long ball. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's what they say. I think it's time for your take now. What do you think, Cobb?
Cobb's take.
Cobb's take.
Actually, it's a little more like Cobb's take.
What? What's the difference?
You're like Cobb's take, but it's not Cobb's take. It's Cobb's take.
Cobb's take.
Yes.
Did someone say steak? New NBA commissioner Adam Silver.
Wait, stop a minute.
What?
Cobb steak?
Did someone say steak?
That sounds disgusting, dude. Cobb steak.
Meat steak?
Let's reset you.
Cobb's take.
Why do I have to derail everything? I apologize. I really don't. New NBA commissioner Adam Silver came into his job with far less fanfare than his successor, David Stern, had going out. I believe the only announcement that came from the NBA was an Instagram of game day basketballs with Adam Silver's new signature on them. Little else. but already Coach Popovich is testing boundaries. In the Spurs' first nationally televised game of the Silver Age, Coach Pop sat 4 of his starters versus the Brooklyn Nets. He sat Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Kawhi Leonard. You may recall Popovich famously pulled his starters in another nationally televised game against the Miami Heat last year. That decision cost Greg Popovich nearly $250,000 in fines by former NBA Commissioner, the tyrant David Stern. No such fine yet from the new commish. Either Commissioner Silver feels like the substitute teacher merely keeping the seat warm for Stern's eventual return from sabbatical, or this might just be a Silver sea change. I'm hoping this move by Adam Silver is by choice. I'm hoping he's allowing coaches to coach. Coach for the season. Coach for rest. I'm hoping these DMPs, coach's decision / rest or whatever, show up on the commissioner's radar and he's strategically letting them slide. Because, side note, if they're not even coming up on his radar, the NBA is in poor hands. Stern's reign was ruled under the guise of the star is the star. International rules be damned. The NBA game looked nothing like the college game, the Olympics, or how other international leagues play. It looked like the NBA. Also, under Stern, coaches were more or less paid to be hangers for expensive Italian suits. It appears, although early, Silver may let the NBA become more of a coaches' league. What will become of the All-Stars if coaches become the stars? Time will tell. Now, what other challenges does Adam Silver face? The one-and-done rule will have to be addressed during the next labor negotiations. Will there be continued negotiated labor peace between the league owners and players? How can the NBA expand internationally? How can it expand domestically? And, one elephant in the room, league contraction. Should the association cut back? It's possible, could happen. I'm just saying.
How do you think Silver already ranks among the commissioners in 3 other major league sports? I'm particularly talking about bowling, golf, and cornhole.
Brad, your levels got turned way down.
That's horrible. Why did
you
my
want to
levels
repeat?
get
You want to
turned
repeat the
down?
question?
Yes, I do. Blue Snowball Mike. Ah, shoot. My levels are bad, huh? I don't know what.
Yeah,
happened here.
you're still kind of quiet.
Mike out. Crud. This got real bad real quick. How
Yeah,
about now? No.
it's still the same, still quiet.
Still the same.
That's better. Here we go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes, it is better.
And
Sorry about that.
You were asking?
Yeah, I was going to ask you how you think Silver already ranks among the other commissioners in the 3 other major league sports, in particular bowling, cornhole,
Yeah.
and golf.
Well, he's nowhere near the commissioner of golf, Commissioner Tim Finchman. What?
That's excellent knowledge there, Cobb. I didn't think you had it in you.
Tim Finchman, he started the the FedEx Challenge, and and now aside from golf having 4 majors, it also has a playoff in some respects.
Playoffs?
Playoffs? I mean, they're not
Playoffs?
just practicing anymore. Playoffs. And then the Cornhole Association and the PBA. I don't know who their commissioners are, but the PBA still has a contract with ESPN, and that's more than what I could say about the NHL.
It's
The
a lot more than
NHL
I could say about the TMV too.
No.
Oh.
But for 3 days, for Adam Silver being 3 days on the job, he's still a better commissioner than NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman. Gary Bettman had a growing league in his first 6 or 7 years as commissioner. He stepped out of the shadows. He was also in David Stern's shadow because he worked under David Stern while he was with the NBA and then became NHL commissioner. And he had it growing. He had teams moving south, across the Canadian border into the lower 48. He had them going into, warmer states, warmer communities, warmer cities, and the sport was growing. And then all of a sudden, he upped the price for nationally televised games, and ESPN said, "Nope, thanks, we're good." And ever since then, the NHL has just dwindled nationally. It still has its fans. It still will always have fans. Hockey as a sport will always have fans. Even if there's not an NHL game in some nearby neighborhood or town, people will still go watch a hockey game if it's like AHL or some other minor league or college, high school, junior hockey game or whatever. They're still going to watch because they like the sport of hockey, and that has nothing to do with the popularity or lack of popularity with the NHL. So I'd say 3 days on the job, Silver's already doing better than Bettman. Not to mention Bettman saw, 4 lockouts or 5 lockouts in his tenure, in his reign as NHL commissioner. You know, he hasn't done anything to help with that sport since since basically the onset of his his reign, I guess, his commissionership.
Yeah, well, I think at least Adam Silver isn't a blithering, what's the word where you're drooling old man like Bud Selig. Yeah. I give him points. Give him points for keeping containment of the saliva in his mouth.
Bud Selig is basically the referee of a park league basketball game. He waits until the people who yell the loudest, and then he gives them the call. People. I still can't forgive Bud Selig about the All-Star debacle. Who cares if the All-Star game ended in a tie? Who cares if it went 12 innings and ended in a tie? It was a great game. But it's an exhibition. Let's move on. But now all of a sudden we have the World Series is in play with the All-Star game, and it should have been an experiment that lasted 2 or 3 years at the most. And the fact of the matter is that after 10 years, we still have it. It still decides this freaking World Series, and by no means should it.
Yeah. Hey, Cobb, I'm hearing from the GoToMeeting people that they can hear you, they just can't hear me. So here's what I've got on here right now. I've got Sparky, Sil Jones, and 12. And why don't you try to carry on a conversation and see if you can get them to talk? Because we can hear them.
All right. Well, I'm just going to start off with what's up, Sparky, what's up, Sil, and what's up, 12. Holler back.
Maybe one at a time.
Oh, one at a time? I just want to hear one of them say something. I don't hear a single person responding. They might all be muted. Sil, can you unmute yourself on GoToMeeting?
No, they are unmuted. They should be ready to talk
They're
if they wanted
unmuted?
to talk. I can hear 12.
I can hear 12.
Hello?
Yes. Go.
Can you hear me?
Talk to us.
12,
Yes.
I can hear 12.
Okay. I can only hear one of you.
That would be Cobb.
If you're only listening to Cobb, you're probably better off.
Cobb, carry on a conversation with her since she can't hear me.
That is probably who I hear. But
Brad, I just got her to laugh.
frustrating.
Wait, I don't mean to cut you off. Brad.
The audio sounds really bad.
Yep, I agreed.
Yeah. We knew
Tell
that
her I agree, Cobb.
Brad agrees, and he also wants to apologize. He knew about this problem since Monday. He's been grinding 24/7 to fix it the last 6 days, and GoToMeeting is become horse crap. And we've apologized, 12. But you know what, 12? On the silver lining, the podcast will be up on iTunes later tonight, so it'll be ready for you and everyone else out there to listen at their leisure on iTunes. How's that sound? Yeah.
Sounds great.
Whoop-de-doo. They can't talk to us, though.
Oh, well. Hey, 12, good job on the on Tweak Rap Bag this week. That was awesome.
Yeah, Brad says totally awesome.
Thank you. A lot of funny stuff out there.
And Brad wanted to one-up me and say it was totally awesome. So, thanks. Brad wanted to say it was totally awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, well, it doesn't sound like that's going too well. You know what, let's get to Manuel and Gardena here.
Bye, 12. Thank you.
Manuel and Gardena.
This is week 1, February 2014, and week umpteen for the Tweeting Warrior podcast. Thank you, fellas, as usual. You guys are the best, and continue showing that Warrior Nation love. Here we go. What was that? Bayer should have asked John Fox or Perfect Peyton, because Seattle took Denver on the rocks. shaken, not stirred, made them look like third. Behind the Niners, dropped the donkeys like turd, or like Rhino Lindbart against a little baby. Not Tooie, a mismatch, an ep of Tom Arnold, screwy adventures hitting boards in the balls like so. Malcolm Smith, Jermaine, Curse, Beast Mode, Psycho, Russell Will, etc. Matty Boys, a friend of ours. Hip Hop Handsome Tuesday, Warrior spitting bars. J Moore Sports with Beat Wolf and Ghost Hands. iHeart Radio from Verona to Spokane. Manuel just spoke and always reps JJ at the crew. This Bud's for you in turns, a day late, $1 short, but helping the Bentley of radio shows roll along on National Signing Day. Mighty Mo's, but go Sarah High, though. Please, already just trade poor pal and wore the Seahawks parade. Ta-da! There you go, fellas.
There you go. Seems that Manuel has some competition from an upstart rapper in Iowa. But the thing to remember about Manuel's raps is that they summarize the week on J Moore Sports. He's laying down show history. When he doesn't get on J Moore Sports, we will always make room for him here.
That's right.
That's right.
All right. What's the name we came up with again for Manuel?
Well, I got a new header for him. Let's try that now.
Let's listen to that header.
Manuel's weekly wrap-up.
Yeah, Manuel's weekly wrap up.
And this is for my friend Hato. Hato's daddy. Weekly wrap up. Get it? Because it's a wrap and it's a wrap up.
Open parentheses, close parentheses. Brad, you got really quiet again.
I hate this. I really freaking hate this. I have no idea.
Do I still sound okay?
You sound fine, Cobb. How about now? Did that fix it?
That didn't help.
Of course not. Shoot.
Do 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 do.
Can you hear me now? No, that should help a little bit. It didn't help much.
Didn't help much.
Didn't help a lot, huh?
Didn't help a lot.
Sure sounds like it should work. We should be having a music break now, but this isn't working too good.
Yeah. We'll edit this all out.
Is that better?
It's still the same, still low.
Still the same.
There we go. Now it's
okay.
Better.
That's weird because you know what? This thing got screwed up and then it didn't show on the level change. So not sure what's going on behind the scenes here. It's kind of
editing note. Manuel sounded a little soft as well.
Yeah, Manuel wasn't recorded very loud. I'll pump him in a little.
Okay.
I'll pump him in a little better when I edit.
for the leisure listeners. All right, so we're gonna do music out of the break and then come back at the top of the hour.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Here you go.
All right. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Tweeting Warrior Videocast with Brad Hutchings and J. Cobb. We're videocasting live on YouTube today until about 3:30 p.m. Pacific, sprinting past the 20 and high-stepping into the end zone.
Yeah, and then we're going to dunk the ball over the goalpost and have relations with the other team's cheerleaders. Yeah! TheTMV! Woo! Hey everybody out there in Moorland, welcome to the Tweeting Warrior Videocast! Oh! Of the premier source of sports fan fiction.
Here's how to interact with us live. Tweet our show, hashtag TheTMV. Call into the show with our GoToMeeting app. With the GoToMeeting app. It's not our GoToMeeting app. It's like their GoToMeeting app. But anyway, for your phone, tablet, Mac, or PC, meeting ID is 478-054-341. Doesn't sound like that thing's working too good, so maybe don't do that. Just tweet the show.
So, just hashtag your tweets, the TMV, and don't go to meeting. Meeting ID 478-054-341.
You know, we got a guest for the last half hour. I hope he's on here because I'm gonna play a little song for him here.
Special guest.
Oh, you're killing me! You're
that
killing
it?
me, soundboard.
Is
You're
this what
killing
special
me.
guest? I didn't
He's
know.
supposed to be special guest Lawrence
think
Ross,
this-
but apparently I
think-
recorded that wrong.
Oh, I think the special guest really would prefer some sort of long, drawn-out introduction, some 6 degrees of separation that has to do with the guest.
Yes.
Maybe
Maybe.
that would be what the guest would need.
Well, sometimes I like to start with a little story, and one day Lawrence called into the J Moore Sports show and told Jay that he couldn't see, and Jay was very fascinated with this and made a big deal out of it, and talked to Lawrence for at least a trip that I took to my local bagel store to get some bagels, and talked to Lawrence for several minutes while I went in to get some bagels, and I came out and he was still talking to Lawrence, and I drove home and he was still talking to Lawrence. And I don't think that we really figured much out about Lawrence that day, except that he really likes the J Moore Sports Radio show. So without further ado, here's Lawrence's friend, Travanti Jaramillo. Hi, Travanti. How are you today? Actually, Lawrence, how are you today?
Bait and switch there.
It was kind of a bait and switch. You know, I see him here.
You caught me off guard.
I did, huh? He is in our hangout.
He is. I see him there.
He's rather shy. I guess he doesn't want to talk to us. Lawrence, when you want to talk to us, you jump in anytime you want. He's probably, I'm going to guess he's having like some sort of a technical problem.
Come out and play.
Yeah, and Lawrence, if you can hear me. Oh, was that Lawrence? No.
Oh.
Up at the top of this Hangouts window, if you mouse over it, there's like these little icons, and there's one for settings, and you might have to go there to select your mic and speakers. If that makes any sense.
He's got a hand up.
He does have a hand up.
And a hand
It looks
up.
like it's kind of dark. It looks like he's giving us 3 fingers.
I think he's got laundry detergent on his hands, and he's got a black light on. That's when I was in school, that's what I did a lot. We used to play with black lights. And I don't know if you knew this, Brad, but laundry detergent, the liquid detergent,
Yes.
it shows up in black lights. And you don't see it with the lights on.
Right, so you used to spray it all over the ceiling, right, Cobb?
No, you didn't just spray it. You would just you'd dip out a little bit and just finger paint with liquid
all over
detergent.
Right,
all over the
ceilings,
all
right,
over
Cobb?
the walls. You'd write secret messages to to girls, ladies. You whenever you were stupid drunk, you would try to do art.
Wow.
The one time I had a keg in my dorm room, we did a lot of finger painting, liquid detergent, black light art. And needless to say, I actually knew the peoples that moved into that room the next year, and I made them turn the black light on. They didn't have a black light, but I made them find one, and then they did. And they're like, "What the hell?" And yeah, I did that.
That's pretty disgusting. You know what? While we wait for Lawrence didn't...
Oh,
boy, this is...
He dumped himself.
He dumped. Maybe he'll come back. But in the meantime, I think we're going to do Dash of Sash. We had some Dash of Sash tweets. I guess this technically falls under tweet grab bag, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, they're tweets, so definitely.
Well, I need to play a tweet grab bag.
Tweet grab bag.
Tweet
All right.
grab bag.
So there's this whole Dash of Sash thing, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna read all the tweets. Actually, not all the tweets, but I'm gonna read you a whole bunch of tweets so we get everybody's name mentioned. Starting from the bottom, starting from the first tweet on February 3rd. This would be Nicholas Neppel. Add a Dash of Stash, sidekick Dash of Stash, Dan Byer on Fox. And I'm not going to read all the ats and everything else. I'm just going to name off who this is unless they write something interesting. Like, I wrote something interesting. I wrote something very interesting.
What'd you write, Brad?
Do this right, Brad Hutchings tweets. Do this right now. Tweet sidekick Dash of Stash at Dan Byer on Fox. We must beat KB or we will forever be show shamed. THBR tweeted in support of Dan. I also tweeted, Dan Byer on Fox wins sidekick voting contest from Dash of Sash. He might not have to be a fussy eater or even pretty anymore. Mike in Vegas tweets, Diamond Dan for president. Kim Genovese tweets, sexiest man I ever met. This is all about Dan Byer, of course. Brian C. tweets, I think of Dan Byer on Fox as more of a real newsman than a sidekick. You get what I'm feeling, Dash of Sash? Gold Medal Mike, that'd be Mike Robinson. He tweeted in support. Jay Moore tweeted, vote for Dan. Funny How tweeted, Dan Byer breaks news. Everyone else delivers his olds. Lupe tweeted in favor of him. Pat O'Brien's chair tweets, come on, Pat. Dan needs your vote. He's trying to get Pat O'Brien to get in on it. James Harrison tweets in support. Dwight Albany tweets in support. FedEx Dude tweeted in support. Jake Colombo wanted to know what this was all about. What the heck is all this? But it's, it's a tweet in support, so we'll take it. Boaz Trilliums tweeted, we must beat KB or we will forever be show-shamed. Wait a minute. That's what I said. I don't believe it. Oh, show-shamed. Right. Okay, exactly. That's a different kind of shaming. The FedEx Dude tweeted in support. Scrolling up here. French Fry Phil. I vote Dan Byer on Fox for the J More Sports sidekick with the most Dash of Sash. Pants Rigor Mortis. The world's strongest and best is Dan Byer on Fox. Sir Vegas tweets, when DB wins, here's your new slogan. That would be, Dan Byer. I can go for a little Dash of Sash. Macho Hombre Sports tweeted his support. Drew Ranakovich tweeted his support. Brent Smith, former Intercontinental Champion, Dan Byer. Jeremio Holleran tweeted, let's not be rash, he deserves the Dash of Sash title, but the belt, not yet. Big Mike tweeted in support. David Steinmetz, here's my vote for Dash of Stash. Maddie's Lung tweeted in support. I could go for something to eat. DJ Carlisle, we got you, buddy. Johnny Ringo tweeted his support. Hope I didn't miss anything. Jay Moore, M-O-R-E. This is an alias of Johnny Ringo. I should be voting for Dan Byer, I guess. Oh, very enthusiastic there. Cease Beeston tweeted in support. M-Rob tweeted in support. Diamond Effin' Dan. Alex Hernandez he says that Dan Byer on Fox is too proud to beg, B-A-Y-G, so I will on his behalf. James Harrison, top or bottom, tweeted in support. Lupe, host of Third and Long on J More Sports, tweeted in support. Mike in Vegas, sounds like it could be great on almonds. Signed, John and Suzanne Ramos. TMV Videocast, that's us, Cobb. We're casting our official TMV show vote for Dan Byer on Fox. Aaron Not Amber tweeted in support. CJ and Irvine says that Dan Byer could go for something to eat. So that's his tweet of support. Oi Payeso tweeted in support. Funny how. Dan Byer reported this win 5 years ago. Jay Cobb tweets, what does Dan Byer on Fox say? I agree with you, Cobb. I am the best. That's Cobb's tweet of support. French Fry Phil. Oh, I wish I could have some Dash of Sash for this pizza, and tweeted a picture of pizza in support. I tweeted to Dash of Sash, it's true, Dan Byer on Fox makes hair grow on your chest. Dan Byer tweets, he flew back Monday, and he tweeted, I'm back from New York and see that Dash of Sash has taken over. Yes, it has. And then he tweeted, thanks for all the love, and all I can say is don't mess with the Warriors. No, we won't let you mess with us. Or we won't let anybody mess with us, something like that. Brian C. tweets, wait, you said unlimited votes? These are for him. So he tweeted a picture of all his votes, all his voters. Bose Trillium tweets, I feel good. The Warriors is amazing.
Amazing.
Dean Montgomery tweets in support. French Fry Phil, 225 years ago today, this would be Monday, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, no, 4, 5, 6, this would be Tuesday, 225 years ago today, George Washington was unanimously elected our first president, and Dan Byron Fox will be elected first Dash of Sash sidekick. FFP followed up with Mark Zuckerberg founded Facebook 10 years ago today, and now it sucks. Unlike Dan Byron Fox, who was going to be the first Dash of Stash sidekick. The Witness says that Dan's got it in the bag. Brian F. I could go for rubbing some feet. That's a Dan Byron Fox pickup line. Sparky, who's on hold on GoToMeeting, and unfortunately we just can't establish this connection today, says, thanks for the follow. I love J More Sports. Dan Byron Fox is an awesome sidekick. Harry Seaward. Get this. Harry Seaward, like toward the sea. Harry Seaward.
Not coming back to land, but going seaward.
Toward the sea. Hey, you know what? If I could derail this for a minute, you know what? I got to tell you something that I found really disappointing. Is I watched a Louis C.K.
Special
that
Stand-up
was on.
special?
It's about 2 years old, and it was on Hulu. And I got to tell you something about Louis C.K. I'm going to break this down for you. I'm not a fan, okay? And there's two reasons I'm not a fan. The first reason is that I think he knows he is this smart, okay? And he knows that his audience is about this smart. And so what he does...
You need to tell the listeners where your hands are. Your first hand is about your eyebrows. So he's about eyebrows smart.
I'm going to lock in on me here. He knows he's about this smart. Okay?
Eyebrow
but he knows that his listeners are about this smart, and he
about
knows
chin
this.
Smart.
Okay?
Yeah.
And he takes advantage of this in order to deliver a kind of lowbrow body, say the C word 100 times, talk about what's between his legs, talk about, his difficulty wearing boxer briefs and the whole thing, okay? That gets... I can just imagine the kind of people who absolutely love his comedy, all right? And I'm not impressed by him. And I'm sorry if you're one of those people. I'm just not impressed because he's playing you, okay? He knows he's this smart and you're not that smart. And he's totally playing you to try to be like that, okay? So that's the first thing I don't like about Louis C.K. Here's the second thing. I don't like his website. He sells these $5 specials on his website. But if you go to his website, it's like really just very pushy. Buy my $5 special. Buy my $5 special. Buy my $5 special. To me, it's like if that works, it makes me feel like the audience is stupid. And it makes me feel like he thinks his audience is stupid and he's playing you. And that's why I don't like Louis C.K. Now, this all got started with a tweet by an innocuously named guy named Harry Seaward, and I don't know what one has to do with the other than that sparked my thought here. There, CJ in Irvine tweeted, "It's a good morning for some Dash the Stash with Dan Byer, super sidekick." Jaramillo Holleran tweets, "Dan Byer has a fantastic seasons under his nose as well." Dan Byer on Werewolf, #1 sidekick for Dash the Stash contest. Dan Byer on Fox. The Great Blue Dini. Okay, Blue Dini's tweets on this were just phenomenal. So here's one of them. And the best part about Dash of Stash seasoning, it's timely. THYMELY. Signed Dan Byer on Fox. Excellent, man. Polly Paycheck tweeted his support. A Dash of Sash. Let's see here. Forget it. They were just looking for votes. Lupe tweeted, "More than a sidekick, he's a serious newsman, but he's the best." Great Blue Dini tweets, "Winner, winner, nicely seasoned dinner." Another great tweet by Blue Dini. Spappledink tweets, 600 texts in 2 hours, child, please. You got to see my Twitter feed. So this was a top 5 at 5 story about, I forget what the story was about. Somebody sent a lot of text, pretty expensive, but you could just see the Twitter.
Wasn't that Incognito and Martin?
Yes, that's right. It was Incognito and, ridiculous.
Those guys.
Yeah, Spapple wasn't too impressed with all the tweets for Dan Byer on Fox on his timeline, apparently. Red McCombs tweets, "Well, I'm being told I can't vote for John Gruden, so I'll vote for Dan Byer on Fox." TJ tweeted his support. Dave Miller says, "Dan Byer's a better sidekick than John Oates. Sorry, Diamond, you know it's true." Kenny Taylor tweets his support. True. I don't think that wasn't Hall & Oates, though, dude. That was Milli Vanilli, right?
Oh, yeah. I get him confused.
Yeah. Me too. 12 tweets. "No amount of diamonds and pearls could equal the value Dan Byer brings to J More Sports."
Diamonds and pearls. That's Prince.
Yes. That is Prince. Neil Klug tweets his support. Is the Intercontinental Champion of sidekicks? I haven't seen a better sidekick since Chuck Norris. Eric tweets his support. James Broxton says, Diamond Dan's the best sidekick, always on point and hilarious. Scott CD tweets his support. Wants to defecate on y'all's big night. Guess he does. Joel DePriori tweets his support. The FedEx dude. Rounders Malkovich, give the man his show. Andy Bond is Dan Byer is by far the best sidekick on radio. Julian Aguero tweets his support. Joey Gardena, Dan's the man. Justin tweets his support. David Plum tweets his support. Stephen Dubois tweets his support. Virginia Gamecock, Sloan tweets his support. Double listener, Genevieve's daddy. Thoughts and prayers to Genevieve. Hope she's doing well. Hope she likes her new iPad. Tweets his support. Zog City. Where's the link for Dash's stash vote? I'm a fussy voter. James Harrison. Dan Byer breaks news. Everyone else just reports it. Tweets his support. Let's see here. I tweeted Dan Byer's the ultimate sidekick. He's Gilligan to the Skipper. Batman to Robin.
Wait, he's Batman to Robin?
Well, he's Gilligan to the Skipper too, dude.
Yeah, but Batman to the Robin?
Dude, Skipper is the sidekick of Gilligan. Why did they would have called the show Skipper's Island if Skipper were the main character? Come on.
Yeah, but when they're that's just when they're on the island. When they're on the boat, the skipper is the skipper.
Yeah, but they're not. The show is not about them being on the boat. It's about them being on the island. So the Skipper is Gilligan's sidekick. Okay, Jason. I'm not going to argue this with you, Cobb.
But
how
was Byer the Batman?
Because I was trying to make them backwards. You get this? Never mind. Just go read the tweet, dude. Just look at the game tape. Jason Bullitt tweets, Diamond Dan Byer, the former Intercontinental Champion. Great Blue Dini tweets, when voting Dan Byer for Dash's Stash, take a moment to nominate the real Hey Maddie's upper lip for Dash of Stash, S-T-A-C-H-E.
Heyo.
Heyo. That's a good tweet, Blue Dini. Scott CD tweets, trying to find another sidekick vote for Dash of Stash that's not Dan Byer on Fox is like playing Where's Waldo. Brian C. tweets, to whom it may concern, please excuse Dan Byer on Fox. He's his way to China, Maine. Rockin' Ramos, my man, at the end of the day, Dan Byer on Fox is the salt and pepper for the steak that is J Moore Sports. French Fry Phil tweeted an owl and a balloon and pinball? I don't really know what this other thing was. I couldn't. It's like maybe it's stacks of corn. Corn stacks? You got me. He tweeted lots of ASCII pictures. Alpha Kitten tweeted his or her support. Lucky Strikes tweeted his or her support. Mike in Vegas tweeted Dan Byer on Fox Dynamite, as he's known to do. Let's see here. We're scrolling up some more. Dave Buckholtz. The 317 connection got your back. Julian Aguero tweeted support. Oops, I did it again. I like bacon. James Harrison tweeted that he delivers to a road named after Dan Byer on Fox. And he has this picture of a sign of Byer Road.
Sweet.
Now, if he was a really good mailman, he would steal that sign and mail it into the show. Johnny Ringo tweets, vote for Dan Byer on Fox, the only sidekick on record saying he won't eat children. I've never heard Kyle Brandt say that. Peyton's doppelganger tweeted his support. Dave Jensen, haven't been able to tweet, but always listening to my favorite sidekick, Dan Byer on Fox. We're scrolling up. See, now we're getting through all these Brian and Aaron Nutt, Amber, ridiculous tweets and stuff that are just copies of everything. Ty Van Pelt tweets, Dan Byer's a pretty fussy eater. A. Gavin tweets his support. Alpha Kitten tweets his or her support again. Getting through a good part where I can scroll through these. Snappledink tweets, Maddie should keep the belt. Dan Byer and Fox wearing the belt and a sash would look a little obnoxious.
Is that Spappledink or Snappledink?
Spappledink. Okay, it's not so he can wear a sash. It's this. The product is named after Dash of. And you want me to unlock my screen? Why don't you just tell me? I'm very terrible at taking these visual cues. Cobb. Sorry, man.
Sorry for those listening. I'm talking to Brad through a chat.
Spappledink.
Spapple
thinks that he's going to get a sash. That's pretty funny. But it's not going to get a sash. By the way, I actually ordered a 6-pack of Dash of Sash. So it may become prizes for future the TMPs. I just stick it in an envelope and mail it to you.
Yeah.
I can
and
do
then
that.
next year you can vote for Brad for sidekick of the year.
I tried to get you in there, Cobb, but you didn't want any of it. RJ in San Antonio via Lubbock. Let's get it. Travante Jaramillo. Is Dan Byers the guy? The FedEx dude. Bacon wrap burgers this evening? Made me think of Dan Byer on Fox. Dash of Sash. Mike in Indiana. Watching the Olympics makes me want a snow cone with a dash of Sash on it. Yuck. Yuck. Let's see here. CJ and Irvine, almost dinner time, steak and asparagus with a dash of Sash. I wonder if Dan Byer on Fox would like some. He could go for something to eat, but he's a pretty fussy eater. Let's see here. We're getting through all these Brian tweets, Sparky tweets. It's probably too late to ask to do Faves help, or Faves help. No, they don't help. Kelly, and it is too late because the contest is over, Sparky. Kelly Schmidt tweets support. Mike in Indiana, may the force be with you. Leno, some dash of Sash should help your retirement. Where are we in these things? Oh, we're getting there. Sil Jones tweets support. Brad Hutchings, the final dash of Sash to get Dan Byer on Fox. The Sidekick Award is on. Spice up your night with a tweet to support Diamond Dan. That would be Thursday night.
It's Thursday.
Is it Thursday yet? Kelly Schmidt tweets support. Aaron Not Amber, 2 birds, 1 stone, dash of Stash. And then she's got, oh, I see, and Joey Votto, face of MLB. Genevieve's dad tweets support again. If it wasn't for Mike Robinson, I would not know who Joey Votto is. I tweeted, hopefully this tweet is the vote that puts Dan Byer on Fox over the top in the Dash of Stash Sidekick contest. And I tweeted the video of Sammy Hagar's over-the-top video from the movie Over the Top with Stallone. One of my favorite videos of all time. If I can find an excuse to tweet that, I will tweet it. Gramunition tweets. Last hour of power, stuff that ballot box. Cheech tweets, he makes my tight white swimming shorts tight. Wow.
In honor of that over-the-top tweet, I'm turning my hat around, Brad.
All right, man. That's good. That's good. CJ and Irvine, fun contest. Dan Byer on Fox is a great first-time winner. Great first winner. Bose Trilliums. I looked up classic in the dictionary. It said, see Dan Byer.
Nice.
Nice. Bose Trilliums. Just got off the phone with Aquaman. He said blue whales for Dan Byer is trending. Cheats tweets, walkin', this is a walk-in. Dan Byer on Fox is so cool. Moose wear Dan Byer suits. That sounded probably more like Dennis Miller, huh? I forget it. Big Mike tweets, would own Andre Perloff. Dan Byer would own Andre Perloff at Flinchball. That's why he should win the Sidekick. Bludini tweets, you went to town, man. Well freaking done. By the way, that was to Brian C60, because Brian C60 did go to town, and he's most of the tweets I'm skipping over. Cheat tweets, all right, don't make a big deal about it. Just vote. Sil Jones tweets, let's rock the vote. Boaz Trilliums tweets, Ed Reed's cardboard sign currently reads, will vote Dan Byer for food. Cheats tweets, Mayor Ford's sign says, come over, I have plenty to eat at home, Dan Byer. And we get through, Cobb is tweeting now at the last minute, thinking he's making a difference. He's not. French Fry Phil is making a difference. Chris Sapita, I personally think Dan Byer on Fox should win Dash of Sash, or we riot! I like that tweet. I would riot if somebody else had won, that's for sure. We're getting to the very, very top here. Neil Klug, make it happen. DJ C, way to go. French Fry Phil, congrats on being the first. Brad Hutchings, congrats to Dan Byer on Fox. Lisa D, win by a landslide. Rockin' Ramos, woohoo, hell yeah, Dan the man. Things I said, congratulations. James Harrison, Byer for the win. Dave Buckholz, hell yeah. Mike in Vegas, was there ever any doubt? Kaboom! That dude, Millhouse. Dan Byer on Fox has a higher approval rating than Vladimir Putin. And the congratulations tweets just came in all over the place.
Awesome.
Let's try our buddy Lawrence again. Lawrence, can you hear us? I'm gonna say that's a no, dude. That's a bummer.
We got some TMV tweets from the peeps.
Yeah, why don't you get those?
Lawrence is saying, hoping to join the party, but we're still trying to make that happen. Bose Trilliums tweets, I've had blood work done lately, and the biggest problem is that my levels are all very normal. Keep on trucking. It's probably in response to his liver, maybe? Is that what you think, Brad?
Probably his liver.
French Fry Phil tweets.
French Fry Phil.
French Fry Phil. Do
French
Cobb
Fry Phil.
steaks come with Cobb steak fries?
Steak.
They should. Bud Selig needs to get his act together. Signed, Ed Reed. Lupe tweets, Disney Junior app greater than live TMP. Signed,
Yes.
Hannah.
Yeah, no
Hashtag
kidding, huh?
2-year-olds rule, literally. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, well,
Right,
one day this will all work.
Yeah. Listening to the TMV while doing taxes. Cool. Trevante Hadamulio tweets, sheesh, I missed the whole show as I try to close the deal on a big guest. Looking good, boys. Tim O'Halloran tweets, the J. Cobb is a ceiling painter? Boy.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. No, see, okay, so let me do my Louis C.K. about how he would have handled that rather than going kind of around the edges and whatever else. He would say, "Hey, you want to impress your girlfriends? Here's what you do. Okay, you get some laundry detergent because it shows up on black light, and you paint it on the ceiling in little patterns, like directly above where you would be sitting or lying down. That's what you paint on the ceiling. And then when your girlfriend comes over, you show her the black light, and she'll be really impressed with you because." Yeah, anyway, that's how Louis C.K. would have done that joke. And I think it just...
He would spell it out.
Remember, he is up here. He is like way up here. He's very, very smart.
Right,
but
he's eyebrow smart.
Right, his audience is down here.
And
smart. He knows it!
Yeah, I got. Speaking of eyebrow smart and how smart people are, Trevante Hadamulio tweets, I love a man who's chin smart. Signed, Farrah Abraham. Trevante Hadamulio tweets, I'm a guy with a mic and a shirt who hates a guy with a website and specials who is smarter than idiots. Signed, Brad Hutchings.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
French Fry Phil tweets, since the TMV is breaking down comedy intelligence, what does Brad Hutchings think about Greg Proops? Fair question.
Which one's Greg Proops, dude?
He's the guy with the glasses that was on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, yeah. No, he's a smart, funny guy. I think he's a very smart, funny guy. I mean, you know what? He doesn't... This is what I don't like. It's just Louis C.K. that I noticed about, is he really talks down to his audience, and it's not that he's like... It's not an act. It's that he just sits there, oh, I'm so damn clever. I'm so much more clever than all of you guys. My hair freaking back to here, and... I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why people want to be talked down to like that. It doesn't impress me. Greg Proops, good guy.
Trevante Hadamulio tweets, @Dan Byer on Fox is wearing a very convincing Brad Hutchings mask. Hashtag, what's going on? French Fry Phil tweets, are Brad and Cobb keeping tabs on their hostage in that creepy black hangout box in the bottom corner? I think Blind Lawrence is hungry.
Who was that?
French Fry Phil.
You know how awful I feel about Lawrence, because this is the second time I've had him come in and it just doesn't work. And if I hadn't had that little HOA parking issue to deal with this afternoon, we could have made sure that it all worked. We'll try again. This may become like Matt Damon wasn't available to be on the show. Matt Damon was scheduled to be on, but we ran out of time. Yeah.
Sorry, we ran out of time. We'll have Matt Damon on tomorrow night.
Right. Sorry, Matt Damon. Sorry, Lawrence Ross. How's that for the tweets?
Trevante Hadamulio tweets, here's your pork chop! Up here!
Pretty good. Y'all done, Cobb?
All done.
All right. Well, why don't we do rapid fire misconnection?
Rapid fire misconnections.
And now it's time to bring you rapid fire misconnections. Friday we had a great story.
Wait, I had a wait.
What are you doing? What are we listening to?
That isn't you. That was you last week. Okay, go ahead.
I know.
Sorry, dude. That was dumb.
I know. So weird.
So weird. Read the right script this time, will you?
Rapid fire misconnections is where I sing the tweets that you should have called rapid fire and sang yourself. Your laziness feeds my stardom. And let my light shine. Here you go. Etchit Man tweets, Hotel Sochifornia. Welcome to the Hotel Sochifornia. Such a nasty place. Such a nasty place. There's plenty of room at the Hotel Sochifornia. 'Cause it has no doors. And it has no floors.
You go on with that or what?
Yeah, I'm going to stop there. I like
All
the
right.
little bit I added. And here's another rapid-fire misconnection from J. Cobb. Sochi want me, baby. Sochi want me, oh. Sochi want me, baby. Sochi want me, oh. I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. That much is true. What would a waitress in Sochi sound like? Like, say Brad, say you're a media member from the U.S., like Yahoo Sports or Fox or maybe some beat reporter for the AP or some other big newspaper or something.
Okay, well I'll tell you what. You be the waitress, okay? So, hey waitress. Hey, waitress, I need to use the restroom. Where's the restroom? Can you show me to the restroom?
That room there with no doors, the restroom. That much is true.
That's awesome. All right, we're done with this. Thank yous. Thank you, Lawrence Ross, for joining us on Hangouts today. Yeah, that sort of didn't work. Thanks, Boaz and 12, for gathering tweets to J More Sports for Tweet Grab Bag. Thanks, Manuel and Gardena, for your weekly recap wrap. Thanks, callers and tweeters, and our live audience who made this a fun afternoon. And thanks, Jay Cobb, for coming back to do a podcast.
Thank you, Brad. Please let us know what you thought of today's show on Twitter. Hashtag TheTMV. The edited podcast will be up tonight.
Late tonight.
Will be up late tonight for you to enjoy during the week at your leisure. We'll see you next Sunday afternoon at a time to be announced later.
Late.